Hello viewers, welcome back. Today I want to update you a little bit on the cabinetry making and the kitchen I'm doing now. So as you can see behind me is of course the big elements. So this is for the oven, for the and then for the fridge, and I will show you how did I do it, what do I do, what do I take care about here, which things are important to know. I also show you a little bit of the upper elements, the upper cabinetry. Plus, I want to show you the back plate that is going to every cabinet that I did not cover in my video so far, and how I do it and how I mount it. So let me take a camera and then I show you around what I actually did. All right, as you can see, this is the big cabinet. So this is 2.5 meter plus 10 meter legs on the bottom. And as you can see, here in the middle, here will be an oven, electric oven, and upper there will be some shelves, and below there are some shelves. And this is how I did it. So if I go here, I can open this, and of course you can see here are these shelf holders, plus this is the click tip on mechanism to open the door. I did not put yet the spring inside. And this is essentially the back plate that I was speaking about a little bit earlier. So this is how I mount it. I choose for the big one 10 centimeter from the bottom, and the upper ones 30 centimeter from the top, so that it's easier to mark on the wall later and to fix this element so it does not shake when we are in place. So it must be horizontally and leveled, horizontally and vertically leveled. So this is it. So here is this back plate of the fridge element. So this is the lower side of the fridge, so freezer part. Then I will go without handles, so you can open it like this way, and then the upper also like that way. So this is the normal part, so 2 meter built-in fridge. And then on the top we have some additional shelf for some things to store, maybe liquors or something that you want to have inside. So that's basically, this was really a difficult job, to be honest, because this is really long, and for a single person you waste a lot of energy, because now this cabinet, I don't know, could be 70 kilos, 60 kilos, I'm not sure, but you cannot really move it around, so it's too heavy. The other one the same way, so it's really heavy to do this yourself. The upper cabinetry is of course finished, as you can see. Also the lower cabinetry. So basically everything is done. The remaining plate that it's not yet in use here is for the dishwasher, which is going to the front of the dishwasher, and then it opens itself with the dishwasher front. So that's basically it. If I take a peek in this, so some of them are opening to the left, some of them opening to the right, they are fully finished. Also this back plate, as I said, I make the holes 5 centimeter from the top. So I have now this ability, if I put the screw in the middle, I have adjustment possibility of around ½ centimeter up and down to adjust this leveled on the wall. Also what I put here is, this is important part, these shock absorbers. So when you close the door, so this is transparent, it does not really make a noise. So that's the idea. And these are also mounted here for the doors. As you can see, the transparent one, when you open, you don't have the wood sound, but you have the soft closing sound also for the doors. So this is what I did so far. So I had to, of course, I will go to computer. So as you can see, I did the cross section of all these elements, and then the key measures that I needed for the shelves, for the top of the drawer. So then I, from this distance of the, let's say, top from plate, I take 10 centimeters down to for the hinges. So for every element. So this is where I actually draw the section view of the oven, electric oven. So I know really how these distances will look like when I mount them on the actual place. So that's useful. And then basically that's it. So this is the back plate is there, and also then the fridge element. So we do 3 doors. So bottom door, middle door for the fridge, and then the upper for the some shelves. Yeah. So basically a lot of work, as you can see, with this kitchen. Essentially, when I mount now this, yeah, and I mount, basically there is nothing else to mount, so it's only to mount this in place. All right, some highlights. So as you can see, I'm basically finished with my kitchen, and this was, if I can estimate, between 70 and 100 hours of work. So you can estimate this is almost like more than a half month of work, permanent, if you work 8 hours a day. So basically a lot of wall in precision, in marking 3 times. I did some mistakes. Luckily I could fix mistakes with some easy adjustment, either moving some hinges or moving something somewhere. So this was the slides. So this was really good for me. Otherwise I spend from my earnings. So I have, of course, agreed some price with the customer, and then this price just goes down. Your earnings go down if you make mistakes. So this is how it works in the real world. Yeah. So customer pays the material, and I charge them the labor. This is my principle. So back plates. What has been left here in this shop is, of course, all the shelves. I did not put them in. They, of course, fit perfectly in. So there is no problem in all these elements. There are many shelves. The drawers are working well, so this is really important. So this must not, the gaps must be 0.5 millimeters, 0.3. Okay, yeah, but if you can go, you can level it to 0, it's the best. Yeah, so essentially the drawers, the most difficult part, the big elements, also because they're bulky, they are really in size. I have to now put this down and then put this up, which is on the floor. Of course, without the doors, but essentially a lot of work. So to recap, for the big cabinetry, yeah, so make yourself a big table. So this is a temporary adjustment table I have here with some supports and some big plate. They are used basically for the concrete. When you make your fences, for the concrete foundation of the fences, I have those 2 plates, but they're 2 meters. So ideally you have a table 1.2 by 2.5 meters in length. So then also that big cabinet, yeah, would fit on the table. Even that one would not fit. So basically 270 would be necessary to be a table by 120. So you can turn elements around. So do yourself a favor, and maybe if you do your furniture at home, order one of such big plates, yeah, because of the cheapest material, and then make yourself, because the boards are, I think, 275 by 150, or I don't know, by 2 meters. 275 by 2 meters. The original, all these boards are in original size. Order one board of the cheap material, make yourself this as a table, and then you can really do this work more easily, because you can turn around the cabinetry. Basically, you don't have to work on the floor, which is always more difficult, because the floor, of course, you can damage something. Here, put carton on the table, so you don't really scratch anything, because these are, especially, for example, these green materials here are really scratch sensitive. So if I do any mistake with them, I forget even to vacuum this dust after the drilling, so I can damage. Yeah? So we really have to worry not to damage with the dust and these particles when you're drilling, sewing, or something on these elements, because yeah, they are sensitive. Yeah? Not all of them. The wooden is usually very good, but this single color materials, the painted basically, are really sensitive, and you must take care that you don't scratch anything, because of course if you do it for yourself, you would also order yourself a new plate, because you don't want to see damaged new thing, and especially for the customer. What else to worry about? So what I did a mistake, and this is something I can also show you. I'll take my camera back. Okay, one other stupid mistake I made on this shelf is, of course, I've ordered the white white shelves, yeah, because of course this is cheaper than this material. Yeah? This is probably, I don't know, 12, 13 euros. This is 30 euros. So it's different in size and different in all of the costs. And then in the end, I come home and I see, oh shit, this will be visible, as you can see here. This is the good example. If I would have now the white edge, yeah, of this side, you have a Houston, you have a problem. Yeah, you don't want to see the white edge. You want to see the same material as the rest of the edges, because this will stick into the eye. Yeah, and then as I can see, I have bought this edge tape. Luckily enough of it, so I could then make this new edge with the with the color it needs to be. So I have no problem with visual appearance when I mount this on the wall. So advice: order the same for the plates, the material, also as the shelves, because you can run into this problem, which would be a complaint. Yeah. Also, the same happened here. And if I open, I think this, you see, you have now there also the white shelf, but the front is luckily now also brown in the wood. So that's something to worry about as well. For this, as I said, for the hinges, you need this shablona. I don't know how to say this. So then you do this much easier for your hinges. Mounting of the absorbers or this tip-on mechanism, I always put somewhere near the door, near the beginning. The door will be like this, 5 centimeters, it's enough, so you can, where you will actually press the element somewhere like here, or you open it, so this is the space to put it. So that's my advice. What else? Of course, now this is really important part that I don't forget. You have here, of course, on the back side some free space. You see, it's here, it's even on the top, because the oven, this is the oven, also there is a heat, and the heat should go out. The same is here on the fridge element, especially even more important. So you can see this element is the top page is free with the 5 centimeter gap, which is enough, and on the bottom it's no problem. But generally it would be also good if you have here a gap of the 5 centimeter, so that it can suck in the air from like this, from like this and then going down. But this will be okay. So this is also important to mention. All right, so I tried my best to show you on this first kitchen what I did. Of course, I have certainly forgotten many of the things, and I will do them in my next video, in my next cabinetry that I will make. So then with experience, we get more knowledge and I can show you more of it. So especially with different type of slides, which is again, the most difficult job, I'm certain. But the kitchen is essentially now finished. The legs are there, the upper, lower elements, everything. And now I mount this back plate on this fridge element and I am done. The next thing I will do is the fridge, it's the bathroom, how they saw a vanity, a bathroom vanity. So essentially from wall to wall, it's gonna have 3 drawers. It's gonna have one big drawer for the dirty underwear, and it's gonna have one normal door to put, and one shelf to put some bathroom supplies inside. So this is gonna be subject of our next videos. So for now, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share on the platforms so that we expand this channel. And then, I see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.